let's talk through a really fun little design for Halloween. So we're going to do the little vampire. I'm going to choose this color High Street. It is from Luxa. There's always a link to Luxa in my Instagram bio link and on my webpage, hdhhub.com, that will auto apply a 10% discount for you all the time, which is really fun. I like this white because it's kind of a bone white, not like a stark white. So it's perfect for these kind of looks. And look at this coverage, one coat coverage here. I'm just going to inch it in a little bit closer and trace down the side and pull over so things are really even. So this will cure for, since it's so highly pigmented, I like to do 1 minute, usually cures in 30 seconds, but I always check that. Now, those of you that just freaked out that I pulled this hand off, this is a practice hand. I also have this link to my Instagram bio and need to add it to my hdhhub.com, so it'll be on there soon. It's my favorite practice hand, and I have a discount code for it. Here's what we're going to use. I'm using a black art gel. You could also use like a really pigmented black. You just don't want it really runny. If you're doing this with normal polish, you're going to have to like probably let it dry and do a second layer, but trace the cuticle first. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull the widow's peak look, which is really fun for the vampire. So we're just going to kind of pull to the center. We'll refine it in a minute. Just give yourself a little bit of a sketch. I am using kind of a medium length striper brush. This one's from Luxa. It's their number 2 brush. I really enjoy it. I think everything I use in this whole video is Luxa actually. So I'll be sure to have that link below if you're joining me on YouTube. Okay, I'm grabbing a little bit more product and we're going to fill in and refine our shaping here. I am going to think methodically if I'm doing this on a client. So if I'm going to do it on like one on each hand, I'm going to do everything I can with one color that doesn't need another layer all at once so I can work really fast. So I'm putting down the black widow's peak. I'm going to actually even up this shape a little bit. Now looking at it, I didn't even have to go as far down on the sides with the cuticle as I did, but it will work just fine. I just didn't want to change the timing of this as I was working. I wanted it to be realistic for you so you could see how I'm adjusting and really refining this cute little art and not give you an unreasonable expectation. So back to doing everything I can with the black. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put eyebrows in and the mouth tracing. So I'm going to sketch the first one kind of at the angle really lightly with just the tip of the brush. And then I'm going to go on the other side and try to match it so they're pretty symmetrical. I'm doing a little bit of an angle because they should be like mischievous, right? And I like where they landed, so I'm just going to thicken and even that up. So that part is their eyebrows. Think of the spacing. We want the mouth really low because we're going to put eyeballs in the center. So I'm just going to grab from one side and come across, just dragging the tip. These are pretty fine lines, so we're doing it with the tip. I'm going to go even it up. And then I'm just going to trace out some vampire teeth. So just pulling down to like a triangle. Think of a triangle, just pulling down from it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure it. So I haven't cured anything until I have all the black layering down for the base layer. So while it cures, I would then be doing this on the other hand. Okay, we're back. So I need to put eyeballs in. So I'm going to use a dotting tool just from like Amazon. And I'm going to use a really good white that has good opacity. So I am using the art gel actually from Luxa for this. I'm just going to kind of wiggle them into place. I noticed that my filming went a little funky here, so my hand got in the way. It's a tricky thing to film doing nails, but we're going to get it together. I'm just evening them up, and then I'm going to pull it down. Well, no, wait, I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to switch my white onto my art brush, and I'm going to make the teeth white. Just fill them in a little bit because I use that bone white, that High Street color, as the base, and it'll really make the teeth pop. Kind of fun. And then I'm going to go ahead and cure this. Once we come back, all I need to do is the little pupils. So I always feel like vampires are kind of looking down on us, right? So I'm going to place the pupils just like center lower, just a little bit, so we kind of get that that personality coming through. Yes, that's it. And go ahead and cure it. Now, when I put on top coat, I'm going to use my little bit thicker top coat that will help us even up some layering, because whenever we've done dotting, we tend to have a little bit of a raised look. And if you want a really even finish where they don't feel anything raised, we need a little thicker top coat. So I'm just going to trace all the edges, and then I'm going to use the excess and run it kind of down the middle and on the side so that I can get a good even look, just so it's shaped really, really nice. And once it's kind of where you want it, you can go ahead and cure it. Thanks for joining me today for this fun Halloween nail art.